Last night, pretty physical game. We've got a few injury concerns from last night this morning. So we had George Burgess, who failed his concussion test at the game last night. He's coming symptom-free this morning. Being a long turnaround going from a Friday to a Saturday means that he's got a chance of doing some training during the week, but he's in the doctor's hands. He's got to pass, have a review at 48 hours, so that'll be tomorrow, and then pass the 6-stage return to play protocol set in place. So his health and safety is paramount to us here, so we'll just follow those protocols. He's got a chance of training Wednesday, but if not, we don't expect it to be any issues for the weekend. Sam Burgess has been carrying some shoulder soreness for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So we had a scan a couple of weeks ago now, which showed some loose bodies in there that need to be cleaned out. So he's getting that done this morning. Providing that successful surgery, which we expect it will be, he should have some relief quite quickly from that. Usually the time frame for that kind of surgery is around about 6 weeks. Depending on how quickly he regains his strength, might mean that it can be a little bit sooner than that, or it might take a couple of weeks longer. But we're probably expecting him to miss the 2 games next week and then the game through the bye period and be available after the second bye. But at this stage, it's around about a 5 to 6 week recovery from that injury. Tom Burgess had a sore ankle to finish last night's game, so he's had scans this morning which has shown some floating loose bodies of cartilage in his ankle, which is quite a new injury. That usually requires some sort of surgical intervention, so he'll have a review with the surgeon on Tuesday this week, and we're expecting that there may be some surgery that's done by that. Depending on the extent of that surgery, sort of depends on the time frame. So at the moment we're a little bit in the dark as to how long he'll be out, but he'll miss some footy over the next month, and then we'll have a bit of an update next week after the surgery as to the exact time frame of that injury. Going into the game last week, we obviously had Reynolds, who was a midweek withdrawal. He copped that nasty knee in the back in the game against Parramatta. We're expecting to be soft tissue, but until the swelling settled down, we didn't really have a clear idea of what was causing his pain. He got a scan on Wednesday and it revealed a small fracture in one of the transverse processes in his back. So it's really a pain management type of injury. It's quite a stable fracture. There's nothing really significant going on, but he's in quite a lot of pain. As soon as that pain subsides, then it's a really quick return to play from that point in time. So it's really how well the pain settles down and how Adam can manage that pain in the rehab and the running that he needs to do to come back to play. It's usually around about a 3 to 4 week injury, but they can be really varied. They're quite different when we see these types of injuries in the past. So it could be 1 week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 5 weeks, we really don't know. But once that pain settled down, it'd be a really quick return to play for Adam. We had Cody Walker, who didn't back up from Origin. Look, he's just got a few non-specific soreness spots that he's been managing over the past 3 to 4 weeks. So we took the safe route with him and thought it wasn't appropriate for him to back up at this point in time in the season. He's in no doubt for this weekend. He'll train fully through the week and be available for selection on the weekend. From the rehab group, we've got Kyle Turner. He's getting through a good running session here this morning. So he's completed a lot of agility and conditioning over the last 3 to 4 sessions. He'll train today with a really good running session, and he'll return to train with the group on Monday this week and be available for selection on the weekend. Brydens, he's starting to progress on a little bit now, so he's slowly progressing from that 85% running speed to 90% and getting closer to his max speed. He's been running really well, doing a lot of conditioning work and agility stuff, and he's getting into more game-specific conditioning now and some football drills. We look for him to return to some light skill with the team this week and have him full training round 15. Alex Johnston, again, he's completing a really good running session this morning. He's doing a lot of acceleration work and shorter distance type running work. We'll hope to progress his running distance over the course of this week to stretch him out to do longer runnings and at higher intensity. We look to have him returning to training with the team round 15.